the fight for liberation.
GW Apparel, a clothing that speaks. Something for the kings, something for the queens. Visit uptsites.com and use promo code SLDG22 and receive 11% off your order. Peace.
It's the Ticket Plug. We've been running an online ticket business for over a decade, and now we've created an easy way for you to do the same thing through our private ticket resale community. Joining our community will give you a way to flip your bread and generate profit income consistently. We provide you with all the tools, training, and resources needed to start your life-changing online ticket business. Zero experience needed. To join our ticket resale community, go to thetickettrap.com. Again, go to thetickettrap.com. That's thetickettrap.com.
The Master's Table by DJ RP Beats and Sincere Love to God, now playing on the internet's #1 destination for true hip-hop. Introducing truthhiphop.com, a meticulously curated platform designed for connoisseurs seeking a superior quality of hip-hop. Immerse yourself in an unparalleled experience of 100% bar-heavy, authentically crafted, real hip-hop. Discover the essence of the genre, reminiscent of its golden era, now playing exclusively at truthhiphop.com.
Yeah, like that. Let's see what's in the God's mind. Listen.
I'm Allah in the person of Sincere Love to God.
There she go. That mean they all too short like tall Anthony Shaw.
That's the part. That part.
Say what?
That's the part I have to get. I have to get that part down.
Yeah, I mean their arms too short like tall Anthony Shaw. Yes, sir. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. I am the God Sincere Love, back in the house once again with my lovely co-host, Nicety Girl. How is everybody doing on this Sunday?
It's good. It's good. I'm well rested. I haven't done anything, which is what I wanted to do, was nothing. So, yeah.
I've been getting it in, man. I went to the gym. I was in the gym for a good minute today, putting in that work. Just got
Let
finished.
me tell you, it's helping because Ty saw you, what was it, Wednesday? And he went on your Instagram. He was like, Sincere looking like he's swole. I said, he been in that gym heavy. He was like, I see it. He was like he's swole.
I gotta rewind that clock back, man. I
You
gotta
know what I'm saying?
that clock back, man. I let it go too far.
Right.
Got too out of hand. You know, the waistline and in the midsection, you know, it's looking real daddish. You know what I mean? I gotta bring it back.
Ain't nothing wrong with the dad bod.
No, there's something wrong with the dad bod. You got people like you. See? Y'all the enablers.
Here we are.
Y'all the enablers. Just sit around, let a nigga get fat, don't say nothing about nothing. Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right. But no. I've been back on it, you know what I'm saying? Eating better, being consistent with the gym and all of that. I feel great. I feel rejuvenated. I feel motivated, you know what I'm saying? Dedicated. So, you know what I mean? Anybody that needed to hear that needed a little bit of encouragement, get your ass up off that couch
And hit the gym.
Put the donuts down, potato chips down. Let's get it. Project 2025.
Yeah, you put a new spin on that.
That's right. It's my
That's
project.
a whole new spin on that.
That's right. But y'all know what to do, man. As y'all coming up in here, make sure y'all hit the like button. Share this out on your social media platforms. Let everybody know that we are live on Sincere Love the Godcast right now. If you're not already subscribed to us on YouTube, make sure you come on over to YouTube from Facebook or wherever you're watching us from or listening from, and hit the subscribe button. Godcast Enterprises on YouTube, as well as Sincere Love the God on YouTube. Subscribe and click the notification bell so you could be reminded whenever we go live with new episodes of Sincere Love the Godcast. We do this every Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time, where we cover current events and other important issues as they pertain to Black society. And on Wednesdays, you can catch us 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time, where we do the business showcase, and we bring on business owners and entrepreneurs and lots of Black people doing fly things. And so if that's you, you're a Black person doing something fly and you want to be featured on our channel, hit us up. Slide in the DM. I'm at Sincere Love the God on all social media platforms, at Nicety Girl with the number 1 on Instagram, without the number 1 on Twitter. Let us know what you got going on. You can send us an email, godcastenterprises@gmail.com. Let us know about your business so we can get you on the schedule for the Black Business Showcase.
Nice. And this Wednesday, you guys, we do have Mike Shield. He is the executive producer and narrator of the film Surviving Lake Lanier. So we will have him on this Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, Mike Shield. He is the executive producer and narrator of Surviving Lake Lanier.
Yep, Surviving Lake Lanier. I think it's on Netflix right now, right?
It is. It is. And I had a chance to see it. So
he did a feature film and a documentary about Lake Lanier.
yeah.
You know? And he does a lot of other fly stuff too, coaching about business. He's like a business coach and all of that stuff too.
Yeah.
It's going to be a real robust discussion.
Yeah.
This day. Y'all definitely don't want to miss it. Shout out to Virgo Venom in the building.
Hey, sis.
Shout out to my bro, Mark McKeever. You got your government cheese on the screen. So.
What's up, Mark?
Cheese. Cheese on the screen, my brother. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's what you want to go by. But what's going on? What's going on? How are you, man? Good to see you in the chat. What we talking about today? Let me get I ain't even got my banners together.
We talking about Obama. And yes, I said it right. I did not mince my words. Obama, because he did some ho shit, a few days ago. So yeah, we're gonna chop it up about his ass today. And other, topics, of course, but that's the main topic. We're gonna talk about Obama calling himself wagging, his finger and chastising Black men. So we will definitely be discussing that because this is, although I was very extremely disappointed. I felt, even though I'm not a Black man, but I stand with the Black man, and I felt disrespected. So
it's meant to be disrespectful to Black people in general.
Of course, right. It's been working for them. It's been working for them. So
right.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about,
banner up there.
These polling numbers, because obviously, the reason why they're coming out so strong and so disrespectfully is because it's not looking too good for them. Exactly. And instead of them doing right by us, and coming to the table with some tangibles, they just coming with some disrespect. And shout out to my sister Nina Turner. You know what I'm saying? Because she's kind of been hitting the news circuits and stuff like that. We all had our issues with her, of course, in the past when she was running for, I believe, Senate, if I'm not mistaken, or Congress, something. Anyway, we had our issues with her in the past with some of the things that she was pushing before, but it seems like Nina has, she's like it, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Shout out to Nina, and she been talking like this for a minute. This is not really new for her. I know
not the Black man thing.
The Black man thing is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This is not my first time hearing her say exactly what she's saying now. She's said this exact thing before about the Democratic Party and how they try to separate Black men from Black women and lift up women and all of that stuff. She's been speaking against that for a long time. And she's a Democrat, by the way.
She's a staunch Democrat. I'm talking about, I wasn't agreeing with before. It was hard to get her on the reparations wave. You know what I'm saying? It was like she was just not trying, to do that. And I believe that's the reason why she lost her run the very last time, to be honest, because Black people just wasn't really, going full throttle and supporting her just because you're Black. We're talking about reparations right now. We want policies. What are you going to do? I hear you talking about Palestine. I hear you talking about this, that, and that. What about us? You know what I'm saying? So I think she's getting it now, and I love to see it.
Shout out to my sister Crown 808 in the building.
Hey, sis.
What's going on?
I miss her. Crown been busy and stuff. I miss her so much.
Black Voltron Reloaded is in the building.
What's up, King?
Salute, King. Salute. Shout out to everybody coming up in here, man. Again, like, share, subscribe, all of that good YouTube stuff. Make sure y'all do all of that. help this video get boosted into the YouTube
Yes.
algorithm, and help to make sure that those who are subscribed to us on YouTube get the notification bells whenever we do go live. So do us that favor. And if you're watching this on the replay, shout out to you too. Leave us some comments in the comment section. But yeah, we're gonna get right into the main topic, man. Like you
Wait,
said,
before we do that, I want to send out a rest in peace and condolences to the family of radio legend Wanda Smith out in Atlanta. Word on the street is she has passed away, I believe, yesterday. So sending our prayers and condolences to her family.
I did see that, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's a staple down here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
A lot of people, she's been on the radio down here for a long time. And so I've seen a lot of RIP shout outs for that sister.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
All right, so let's go. Let's get in that A. Well, no Diddy. No Diddy. No Diddy.
Yeah, but you know what though? Like I'm like super unprepared today. I just got finished cooking and all that. Like I said, I'm
Oh,
running
wait,
around.
what you cook?
Do you have? Oh, I made some fish actually. I baked
Ooh.
I made some baked fish and some
Mm.
like a veggie stir fry veggies. And I'm not eating no rice. I just made a little bit of rice for them to eat, some yellow rice for
You
them
know,
to
you
eat.
can get cauli rice. Cauli rice is really good. If you're trying to stay
Cauliflower.
away, the cauli rice, it's basically cauliflower. You can
Yeah,
get it from Costco in the store. It's really good. So
I'm
you can
cool.
always do that.
I just been doing the protein and the veggies, and I'm good. I'm
Mhm.
good with it. You know what I'm saying? I might make like some beans or something,
Right.
just some mixed veggies, steamed veggies, and I just eat either the chicken or the fish or whatever with the veggies, and I'm good. I'll be good with that, and it's working. So I'm just gonna
It's
stick with that.
working.
But like we were saying, Obama was down in Pennsylvania a couple days
Whack.
ago. I think it was Pittsburgh where he was at. I think it was in Pittsburgh. Oh, what I was saying was I don't have the video. Do you got the video in the thing?
I don't, but I can grab it.
Yeah, when he was actually like backstage speaking to those black men who were backstage or whatever at the vet. That's the video that I want.
Okay.
If you could find that video real quick. But yeah, he was down in Pennsylvania campaigning for Kamala, and he decided he was going to lecture black men and start wagging his finger at black men, telling us we need to be more supportive of Kamala Harris, and he's disappointed because he doesn't see the same type of support and enthusiasm that we had when he was running, and he thinks it's basically because we're misogynistic and we just don't want to see a woman in power,
Which is
and
crazy.
we making up excuses to not support her. But the real reason behind it is because she's a woman, and we just don't support women like that. That's the narrative that the Democrats have been pushing, and they sent Obama out there to do it real big. And the thing
So
about
why didn't black men support Hillary then if it's just because she's a woman? Was it just because she's a woman too? Or is it because of the predator comment, tangibles, things like
well,
that? Like,
actually, the irony of it is, and I think Nina Turner, what's her name? Nina
yeah,
Turner.
Nina Turner.
Yeah, Nina Turner. I think she pointed it out in one of the interviews that she did that actually black men voted for Hillary more than any other group at a
Right.
higher percentage than any other group of men. You know what I'm saying? We supported Hillary. We've been supporting the Democrats, period. You know what I'm saying? As a group, as a voting bloc, more than anybody. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is they feel like we're supposed to do that. We have to do that. We are the Democratic plantation property, and we don't have a choice to exercise uh, our vote outside of supporting them. That's
Right.
just that's just the way that they look at it, and that's the way that they talk at us. That's the way that they talk at us. You know what I'm saying? As if we're obligated to support them, and they don't have to offer us anything in exchange for the vote. We just need to get our booty to the polls, and we ain't black if we don't support them, and this, that, and the third. But the thing about it is, there's been a lot of backlash about this Obama thing. Obama went out there wagging his finger at black men specifically, black people in general, really at black men specifically. And there's been a lot of backlash. It's really backfiring on them, and it wasn't the morale boost that they thought it was going to be. Like whoever they got over there in the DNC, strategizing for them to get out the black vote, they failing. Somebody's getting fired. Whoever's advising these people that this how to move in order to get us on the train, somebody getting fired because this shit backfiring like crazy. Their numbers already been tanking, and that's the reason why they're doing these desperate moves in the first place. But since that little clip came out and this little speech thing came out, it's been a lot of backlash,
Right.
from all corners of the internet. Not just
As there should be.
it's not just us here in the grassroots, and you know what I'm saying, those of us who've been on what we on. It's coming from different sources that you wouldn't normally expect to give backlash to, especially Obama. Obama, we've completely delegitimized Obama.
Right.
Bring him out like they used to be able to do. If this was, 8 years ago or so, what I'm saying, and Obama came out with this kind of talk, man, a lot of black people would have been amening it and wagging their finger right along with him. At the rest of us who out here who's actually on code. But more and more people have been getting on code, and Obama has been completely delegitimized. Shout out to the black grassroots. We've been staying on that bumper for a decade now. We've been on this nigga's bumper.
Right, because he failed us first. He failed us. He failed black society as a whole, black men and black women as a whole. He did things for everyone but us. So we should legitimize his ass. I'm trying to find this video, by the way, and I'm having a hard time.
Yeah.
I may have to do it on YouTube. I may.
Ain't no rush. We got time. But in the meantime, let me give a super shout out and salute to our brother, moderator, Black Voltron Reloaded.
Hey.
$9.99.
Thank you.
Love it.
Appreciate you, brother.
We love it. Support the new black media. Not sure if y'all Cash App is up and operating or not.
No.
Very much appreciate what you give and do for us. We appreciate you, brother, always tapping in, always signal boosting and sharing out the link and letting everybody know when we're live, and definitely, offering your insight and your energy in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. And he's a day oneer too. He's been riding with us for a very long time. He's not like new to this. He's true to this, right, and supporting the new black media. So shout out to you, Black Voltron. We respect and we love you, brother.
Definitely. But no Cash App, man. I don't know what's up with Cash App, man. Okay. They had kicked us off of Cash App, saying that we violated the terms of service or whatever the case may be. And I did the appeal and all of that stuff. And I never heard back from them. This was months ago. Never heard nothing back from them. Never got an email explaining why. It happened to my personal Cash App, and it happened to our business Cash App as well. And I never got a response about it. So I'm cool on Cash App, to be honest. We do have Zelle. If you guys want to send us anything via Zelle, it's godcastenterprises@gmail.com. That's the Zelle address, godcastenterprises@gmail.com. Hold up. Let me plug in my computer for it.
I found it.
Hold on.
I found it. It's going to be YouTube, but it's a 5-minute video.
Okay. All right, cool. So yeah, godcastenterprises@gmail.com. That's the Zelle, or you can support us via super chat or whatever you feel is real. All the support, all the donations are appreciated. Where we at?
I'll put it in there.
All right, cool. And I'm not even going to use the screen share thing. I'm going to use my phone. I'm going to use my phone. Hold on. I think it's going to play. Oh, damn. It's a YouTube link, huh?
Yeah.
Right. You got another device?
I have my iPad right here.
Yeah, play it on there then.
Okay. You want to just play the audio, right?
If you could.
Yep, I sure can. And we're gonna I'm gonna cue it up. Let me get this volume up.
Yeah, ad in the beginning. You might have to let the ad go by.
It actually didn't.
Okay.
My understanding, based on reports I'm getting from campaigns and communities is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running.
Quick question. Who's our? Because he said our. Who's our? That was just, I'm listening to the words. Who's our?
And can y'all hear it pretty good too? Can y'all hear that audio pretty good? Let us know in the chat if the sound is okay. She's playing it from her device. I don't want to share the screen because it's always janky. It's always janky. So just let us know if you could hear that audio of Obama explaining.
Let's go.
Now, I also want to say that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. So if you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all directly.
All right, pause it.
And say that.
Pause it. All right, yeah, they saying the audio is a little low. Some people say it's good, but let me just tell y'all because I can hear it. What's going on, Ish? Let me just tell y'all. So he said, according to the reports that they're getting, they're not seeing the same level of enthusiasm from the Black community that they seen when he was running. And he said, specifically from the brothers, which was hella cringe to hear Obama say that. That was hella cringe. The brothers. He didn't even sound right with his tether ass, trying to talk like us.
Right.
You ain't our damn brother. And then he said,
Sorry.
And then he said, so if you don't mind, let me address the brothers specifically for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Now go ahead and play the rest of his babble.
Oops. You turn it back up.
And say that when you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you, understands the struggles and pain and joy that comes from those experiences.
Pause.
Mo lying.
The hell is this nigga talking about?
Right. She didn't grow up nowhere near like us.
He said, when you have a choice as clear as this, clear as what?
What?
Clearly, we got a tethered bed wench up here who says she ain't gonna do nothing specifically for Black people.
Said it with her chest.
That's pretty clear.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, we have somebody that's not from our culture, who has no connection to us whatsoever, who is cosplaying us, who is playing in our faces, very insulting, condescending, and everything else. Egregious. This is the only things that are clear to me.
And she married Doug, not a brother. I'm going there. She married Doug, not a brother.
No, it's good to point that out. It's good to point that out because why aren't the men that you decided to marry supporting you? They ain't supporting you. Right. White man ain't supporting you. You got more. Your numbers are better in the Black men sphere than it is in the white man sphere.
Right.
You got more support from us than you do from the people that you decided to marry.
Mm-hmm.
So why isn't Obama wagging his finger at white men?
Period. Or just men in general? He could have just did men in general. Said all men are misogynists or something, but just to come out, full-throated with his chest out,
even if he would have even if he would have did men in general, I would have still needed him to make an exception to say not Black men. He'd have had to leave us out of that. You'd have had to leave us out of that because we don't owe nobody nothing but a kick in the ass. That's number one.
That's it.
That's number one. And number two, like I said, we vote for them more than anybody else. So that shit just don't, it doesn't apply. No matter how you want to flip it, spin it, bounce it, it just does not apply. And the only thing it translates to is
entitlement.
Niggas better get back on the plantation.
Mm-hmm.
Too many of you niggas is running off the plantation, and you niggas need to get back on the plantation. That's the full translation at the end of the day. And what else did he say? He said, the choice is clear. You have somebody who grew up like you. Where?
When? Went to school with you.
Grew up like who?
Most of us went to school with all kind of folk. You know, most of us didn't go to all black schools or had all black teachers or anything like that. Like,
right. And none of us grew up with immigrant parents.
Right. I didn't.
None of us grew up eating baklava.
Curry. And I didn't. And I know damn well my mom, my grandmother, nor any of my aunties made greens or washed their greens in a bathtub. You'll get slapped.
We didn't grow up like that.
At all. Hell no. Don't take my food to the bathroom, period. Like, you would get knocked out. Taking food to a bathroom, you know how unsanitary black people think that is? Like, you don't do that.
Right. Even if it was the sink in the bathroom.
You don't do it. You wait.
Just don't go in the bathroom. Food don't cross that threshold.
No.
Food does not cross the bathroom threshold in foundational Black American households. That is disgusting.
The dog can't even go in the kitchen. Have you noticed that most black people, their dogs are trained not to go in the kitchen?
Right.
The pets know not to go in the freaking kitchen. Like,
we don't play like that.
We don't play with that. We don't play with that.
We really do not play like that. So grew up like who? we didn't our parents, most of our parents, we didn't have two professionals.
No.
In the household.
I have one parent in the home.
We didn't, not even just the two parents, but two professionals.
Right.
And you went to high school and a Jewish private school in Canada somewhere.
That
was your high school experience.
Mm-hmm.
Grew up like who?
Right. So you didn't experience black people till you went to the HBCU then.
Right. Right. And that's like some type of like voyage. You know what I'm saying? That like outsiders do to try to, get close to that FBA spirit.
Right,
you know what
because
I'm saying?
It's amazing.
It's like going through a museum or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's no connection to it. You want to experience it as close up as possible. It's like right now,
You're a culture vulture.
My daughter goes to HBCU right now. My daughter is not getting the black experience from going to a HBCU. She came there and experienced black woman already. She brought the experience there.
That part.
There's a white girl down the hall from her in her dorm. She's not getting the black experience there. She just go to school around a bunch of black people.
That's it.
She doesn't have the black experience. That's not how that works. You can't take it on and put it off. I mean, put it on and take it off.
Right.
That's not how that works. We don't get to switch up our identity based on what's more convenient in this situation.
Right, because she's been Indian and Asian and all this shit since I've known about her, to be honest, out her own mouth.
Right. She's the first Indian American, the first Asian American.
Right.
She's people of color. She's a first generation immigrant, all types of shit that ain't us. That ain't us.
She also made some comment to the effect of her mother teaching her what a black woman is and all this stuff. And I'm like, your mama can't teach you that because she's not that. That's not her experience coming from where she comes from. So how can she teach you how to be what I am, what I was born into?
Right.
Makes no sense.
Makes no sense at all. And you talking about Kwanzaa. You grew up celebrating Kwanzaa, and the elders sat around telling you stories about what elders.
Right. And stop lying.
So you're it because we don't even in large numbers we don't even
No.
celebrate Kwanzaa like that.
Mm-mm.
Most of us
Mm-mm.
didn't even grow up celebrating Kwanzaa like that, and we black.
Mm-mm. Black. I tried to do it as an adult. You know what I'm saying? But in my household, and it's FBA on both sides, y'all, Kwanzaa was not a thing in my family at all.
That's not even a thing.
And even in the Black church during Black History Month, and for those that may have come up in the church, when it came to Black History Month, especially in the church that I grew up in, which is in Compton, California, they dressed up in African garb. So they equated Black history with African garb, not really, I'm going to say in my experience, more just African attire, talking about Martin Luther King, because they'll have some plays about Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks. That's how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly don't know why the church had African attire on talking about Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks. That made no sense. You know what I'm saying? But
Was that today?
Kwanzaa wasn't a factor.
Was that today, Timothy? Is that breaking news? He said another armed man arrested in California near Donald Trump rally plotting to assassinate. Let me look that up
I
real
haven't
quick.
heard that at all, and I live in California.
Let me look that up real quick.
Me too.
And when I say look that up, I mean let me go to Twitter.
I'll look on the news.
Third Trump is trending right now. Third Trump is trending right now. Well, at least Trump had a concert. Let's see what's going on. Third Trump assassination attempt. Armed man
Yeah,
with
Fox News.
loaded gun outside the President Trump Coachella, California rally, arrested, identified as Vem Miller, according to sheriff. Vem Miller allegedly is the name of the person who was arrested. So yeah, this is breaking news.
It is. It's there. That's in Riverside County, by the way. Um, LA County.
And I guess this is the guy. People are posting up pictures of this Vem Miller guy, so they didn't even get to scrub the internet or nothing like they usually do. Hold on, let me spotlight myself real quick. Show y'all some images here, and thank you for the breaking news, Tim. Appreciate you. I think it's the guy with the beard. Let me let that. It needs to focus. The camera needs to focus.
Well, shouldn't they be telling the white men that's trying to kill him to support him then? I mean, seems like they're the ones who have an issue with them, not Black people.
They got the guy with the glasses and the beard. Apparently, that's Vem Miller, the man who was arrested with a loaded firearm outside a Trump rally today. This is breaking news.
How are these white men able to get these firearms into these areas too? I'm just, seems like.
Hold on. Heavily armed man with fake press and VIP passes was arrested outside Trump rally at Coachella Valley in what's being described as a third assassination attempt.
Now listen to this though. According to Riverside County Inmate Information Systems, Miller was released from the detention center Sunday on $5,000 bail. So this can't be some type of assassination attempt if this man got out on a $5,000 bond. That's what it says on the article.
What?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think so. Tim said somebody powerful out to get Trump. I honestly don't think so because they wouldn't be this sloppy. They wouldn't miss.
Right.
That's just my, what I'm saying? That's just the way I look at it. Like, if this was like, I say that the DNC's rhetoric and the liberal media's rhetoric and the demonization of Trump plays a part in creating this climate. But I wouldn't say that they're actively sending these assassins out there because they wouldn't miss. They wouldn't be this sloppy with it. They are well equipped to take out somebody that they want to be taken out. You know,
Absolutely.
they have many ways that they could do it. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even realize I'm still on the
And
screen.
also, this act, he was arrested before Trump even arrived. By the way, this is also in the article.
Right, but I'm just saying, okay, that means
Yeah. So
security's doing their job, though. That means
yeah,
security's doing their job.
they're doing their job, and he got out on a $5,000 bail.
Now that part, that's puzzling.
That's weird. They said that deputies became suspicious of Miller due to the interior of his vehicle being being in disarray, and having fake license plates consistent of groups claiming to be sovereign citizens. Well,
Mm,
all that should be fake.
mm.
I'm just saying that. A lot of that paperwork be fake. Um, where I left off at.
But
Bianco said Sunday Miller claimed to be a journalist and had multiple fake passports with different names inside. So he sounded like some damn fool. And he
right,
drove down from Vegas, by the way.
and this is the thing too, though. Even with the 5K bail, right? Um, with the gun charges, with the personation, you know what I'm saying? It should be
Mhm.
some type of, what do you call that? Personation, what do you call that? Some type of fraudulent. I can't think of the
Yeah,
word.
some definitely fraud because those are government passports are government issued
Right,
things. So you would think that the charges would be elevated to
that's what.
something and more than $5,000.
Right, right. That's very weird.
Yeah, but he also is a white man, so he has the complexion for the protection now.
That's true also. That is true also. So interesting times, y'all. We like what 3 weeks away from election day or so.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
3 more weeks until election day. We have presidential candidate uh 3 attempts so far. If we count on this one, 3 attempts so far on his life in a matter of a couple of months since summertime till now. This the third assassination attempt. It's some interesting times that we live in, man.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you think that a lot of this stuff is staged? And that can be from either side. Either side, from
I don't know. I don't know. That first assassination attempt that happened in Pennsylvania, I didn't think that was staged. You know, a lot of people were saying Trump staged that or whatever the case may be. I didn't think that was the case. Now, it could be that some people around Trump,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, are doing some type of staging or whatever the case may be. But it doesn't seem to me like this was something like if I'm Trump, I would never put myself like there was real bullets flying.
Right.
I would never put myself in harm's way like that where you could
Or
accidentally,
people.
you know what I'm saying? I don't think Trump would go there. I don't know. But it just didn't seem like that to me. It could be though. Could be.
All right, never know with these people.
The
But yeah,
second one was in Mar-a-Lago, right? It was somewhere in Florida.
I think Mar-a-Lago.
Somewhere in Florida. And the guy, they caught him in the bushes with the gun or whatever the case may be. There was no shots fired that day either. So obviously security is extra tight now, you know what I'm saying? But people still trying it. That's what it looked like to me.
But I mean, for someone to even get in the bushes when you have a presidential candidate or just a president, period, coming into town doing a rally, it's like, why isn't that as tight? Like, it seems it gives incompetency for me. You're like, you know what I'm saying?
Especially
Because even with the first one, when the dude was on the roof taking the shot, it was like, whoa, like,
that
how did
seemed
that happen?
that seemed like there was a breach of security. That
Yeah.
seemed intentional. Like the breach of security,
Mhm.
like, okay, if somebody on the security detail is working for the other side.
Something. Who was that put in the chat that he needs to hire the NOI?
Tim said that.
I don't know if they would.
That'd be
That would be
funny.
crazy. That would look dope as hell, though, in a way. Like the
Yeah,
whole the visuals of that would be
right,
crazy.
right. Yeah.
Could you imagine?
For real. But yeah, that was breaking news, y'all. That's what's going on with that. And that's what we know so far. No, did not see today's Nation of Islam lecture. Was the minister speaking?
I saw a little bit of it, but he wasn't speaking when I saw it. I did watch a little though. Someone DM'd it to me.
B1, did the minister speak today? If so, I definitely got to check that out. Where were we though? Talking about this Obama thing. Where were we?
Oh, him in comparing her or saying that she's like us, basically. She grew up like us, and she clearly did not.
Oh, shout out to brother Ishmael Muhammad. Okay, yeah. No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. What was the topic, by the way? What was the topic?
I
Um,
forgot.
yeah, so yeah, she didn't grow up like us. What is Obama talking about? He didn't grow up like us.
At all. At all. You grew up with white people. You
Right,
didn't get no seasoning until your ass got to Howard, food.
right. Michelle
I'm just saying, you didn't even taste no seasoning.
put some seasoning in your life.
Right. The hell?
You ain't FBA. You ain't
No.
us. And the thing about it is, and were we finished with the video? Is there more video? Well, I know
There's
there's
more if you
we got.
guys want to. Hmm?
Let's see where we left off at.
Okay.
Just want to make sure we got what we wanted to get.
Do more and overcome and achieves the second highest office in the land.
Okay, yeah, turn this nigga off.
It is putting
He talking about she had to do more and overcome and all of this stuff. No, she has been selected and elevated. She has not been voted into none of these positions
at all.
She ran for president in 2020, right? She was ran for president. She didn't make it out of the primaries. Her campaign crashed and burned before it got off the runway because we was already on her bumper before they even announced her. The new black media, shout out to Professor Black Truth, was already on her bumper before they even tried to put her out there like that. So the minute she came outside, all her dirt was waiting for her. And she wasn't popular at all. Her campaign crashed and burned. And then Biden ended up stealing the election, some people say, but somehow he won the election and selected her to be his running mate. And that's how she got the VP. It wasn't because she had to work harder and do nothing. No, she was selected because she was the one that the DNC really wanted all along. They didn't want Biden. Biden wasn't popular either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She was giving Biden the business in the debates and all of that during the time.
Right. He was a predator. She believed the victims.
Right. He was a racist.
A segregationist, all that stuff. Yeah.
She was giving him the business during the primaries. Even though she was getting the business from Tulsi Gabbard and some of the other Republicans, she was getting that work too. So both of them, it wasn't no good look for either one of them. That's why I don't know how Joe Biden got elected. I'm gonna be honest with you, especially
in Georgia with the numbers that allegedly happened in Georgia. I was like,
I believe that.
Yeah, not at all.
Right. And if you want to go back even further, Tim, further, her whole political career, she's been getting favors. She's been doing something strange.
What she was doing for them favors? What was she doing? A little twist in her wrist, a little twist in the flip, a little flick in the wrist.
So you're right. Obama, she did have to do a little more. You're right.
Yeah, I'm just saying
because Willie Brown,
them jaws. What them jaws do? What that mouth do?
He kind of right. He kind of right. I gotta pay attention to the words. He said she had to do a little more. I can't argue with that. You're right. She had
what that mouth was doing.
But yeah, she ain't like us, man. She ain't like us. And this nigga Obama got a lot of nerve, man. Don't you understand? Don't you understand why you have no sway in black society anymore, family?
Right, they do.
Don't he understand? Tamir Rice happened on his watch.
Yes, several things happened on his watch. Right. Castillo.
Right.
Happened on his watch.
Eric Gardner.
Happened on his watch. Like we have so much that happened on his watch and he did nothing. Let's not forget when he started calling brothers Pookie, you know what I'm saying, and thugs and stuff like that. Doing Mike Brown, you know what I'm saying? So it's like You know, and all of a sudden you come wagging your finger at us?
Freddie
Absolutely
Gray.
not.
Listen, listen. More black people were murdered extrajudiciously under Barack Obama than
Correct.
lynched during the entire Reconstruction period.
Right.
More black people were murdered extrajudicially under Barack Obama's presidency than than all the black people that were lynched during the entire Reconstruction era.
And
And
he
he
turned
did
around and
nothing
signed the
about
blue
it.
law.
Right.
The hell?
He was calling black people thugs
Mm-hmm.
for the uprisings. He signed a blue law to protect police even more.
Right.
Didn't use his DOJ to prosecute not one of these race soldiers.
No executive orders specifically for us, you know, for tangibles. None for us.
0, 0, 0. And another thing that he did, which affects, all of us, not just black people, but if America catches a cold, black people got the flu.
Right.
And he has signed something called the Dark Act, which we don't talk about a lot. A lot of people don't talk about. He signed this thing called the Dark Act, where the food companies don't have to disclose the ingredients that are in the foods in the grocery stores and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
He signed the bill giving them permission to hide certain ingredients
To poison us.
Food.
To poison us. Let's just call it what it is. To poison us slowly. Kill us slow.
Right, who also don't have no sway. He said Obama only has sway with black celebrities like Steph Curry, Dwayne Wade, and Jamie Foxx, who also don't have any sway in
With black society. No.
Listening to these celebrities no more.
Mm-mm. Because first of all, you guys are behind the gates anyway. You don't come among us anyway. So how, and you don't, and policies really don't matter to you a lot. Also because you have money. You know, you really don't care because you feel like you're above all that anyways. Oh, that only affects them. You know, we're good over here. I think that's the mentality. And they only will them out every 4 years. Also, where was LeBron James when Tamir Rice was murdered in his hometown?
Mm-hmm.
He said nothing. You know what I'm saying? So how dare if he come out right now telling us who we should vote for? Nigga, you was silent on Tamir. Shut your ass up.
Mm-hmm. Sean Bell. I think Sean Bell. I think Bush was still in office during the Sean Bell thing, wasn't he?
Let me
I
see.
don't think Obama was president.
Sean Bell was in New York, right? He was on his wedding day. I don't remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like late 90s, early 2000s, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
don't think that was Barack. I don't.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. But there was a bunch of them that we could name. You know what I'm saying? And the bottom line is there's none that we could name that were prosecuted by his DOJ.
Right.
None. What was the brother in Chicago, Laquan McDonald or something like that? With his other tether homeboy, who was the top cop out there at that time? I forgot his name too.
Yeah, Sean Bell, that happened in 2006.
He had the same name as he's had the same name as Shitty Cuz. What was Shitty Cuz's real name?
What was Shitty Cuz's name? Oh, I don't know.
He had the same name as that tether out there in Chicago. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all help me out in the chat. Damn, I forgot his name. Whatever Shitty Cuz's name is, that's his.
Let me see what Shitty Cuz's name is. Fuck it.
Shitty Cuz, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, was the guy that assassinated Nipsey Hussle.
Eric Holder. Yeah, we should have known that. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking about. So yeah, Obama got a lot of nerve.
Yeah.
He got a lot of nerve.
And you know what I want to know? Because they're getting a backlash from both sides. You know, people that are staunch, you know, Democrats as well as Republicans. So what is their cleanup plan for this? How do they, you know, come back from this? Because this is the wrong time, especially with, like you said, 3 weeks into the election and you come out here with this bullshit.
I think it's over.
I do too. I hope so.
We've been coming on here for months and I've been kind of I've been not so optimistic. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying, yo, Kamala got a good chance. She might win this thing. I'm thinking it's over for the Democrats, man. I don't see the Democrats winning this shit
Unless they steal it again.
unless they steal it again.
Mm-hmm.
Or something actually does end up happening to Trump. What happens if something actually happens to Trump? What happens? She automatically become the
I
next
don't think
president?
she automatically. I think that wouldn't his vice president have to go in his place and run?
He's not the vice president. He's just the running mate.
His can't. Oh yeah,
What
yeah. Good
actually would
question.
happen if Donald Trump actually got assassinated today? What would happen in this election, y'all? Did anybody know? Do they
Right.
have a protocol for that? Would that automatically make her the president elect?
I would hope not.
I wonder how that works. I'm not sure how
Or
that
does
one would
that
go.
mean that Biden administration will stay in power until you know
That would
other
be
people are selected?
that would be interesting.
That would
I don't
very
know how
much
that
be
would work,
interesting.
but that would be interesting. But I wanted to tell y'all some of the numbers.
Oh yeah.
I had this chart here, and I think Nina had posted this chart
Yeah,
too.
I put the link in there for that. If you want to just pull it up from her. Um
So
ex-
Obama in 2012 got 79 plus 79 in the black men vote, plus 93 in the black women vote. Black women, I'm gonna need y'all to come to the front of the congregation, by the way. Clinton in 2016 plus 69 for black men, plus 90 for black women. Black women, y'all gotta talk to me now. Biden in 2020 only got plus 60 for black men and plus 81 for black women. So definitely more people started waking up. More people started leaving the plantation in 2020. Heavy.
Right.
Because black men went from 79 to 60. Black women went from 93 to 81. Those are big drops.
Huge.
Those are big drops. And right now, according to the latest Pew polls, Harris is plus 52 for black men and only plus 77 for black women. So it's plummeting. The numbers are
Start going
plummeting.
down.
I don't see them winning this, if all is fair. If all is fair, which I don't think it's gonna be, but I don't see how they win this thing, man. Because not only have they lost the black voting block, the black voting block is gone, y'all.
Only
I think
old folks is voting for them
I think
in Texas.
we've reached critical mass at this point. The black voting block is no more for the Democratic Party. And
And it
so we're
shouldn't be.
right. Finally.
Yeah, long time coming.
We're their base. So with just that alone, the Democrats are done. But not only that, when you look at what's going on in the Muslim community, the Muslim community is done with the Democrats right now.
Yep.
They are gone. Ain't coming back. So you can't win, Rocky.
You can't rent, and you really can't count on, the influx of the immigrants that are coming over here because they, vote Republican for the most part too, once they're here, and get their businesses and things like that popping. They're not messing with y'all either. So it's like a lose-lose situation, and all they had to do was write by their base and give us some tangibles. That's all they had to do. But they're so hell-bent on not helping us, what I'm saying, that they rather drown. They didn't want it bad enough. To me, you didn't really want it.
Thank you, Black Voltron Reloaded, Oscar Grant, Tamir Rice, Philando Castile, Alton Sterling, Mike Brown, Walter Scott, Tom McDonald, all murdered while Obama was in office. All of those great soldiers are still
Walking.
in uniform.
Yep.
Don't forget about Sandra Bland.
Right.
What was the other sister in Kentucky?
I don't think that wasn't she under
Oh, that might have been Trump.
Yeah,
might have been when
that
Trump
meant
was,
good Trump. Yeah.
but it was Sandra Bland. Uh, there was more.
Too many. And he
Yeah.
did nothing. Oh, we're going to leave that up to the state. He didn't want to get the federal government involved because he
Oh,
didn't
don't
want to
forget
do
about
anything
Trayvon
about it.
Martin. It all started with Trayvon Martin. Don't forget about Trayvon
Yeah.
Martin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because he did the speech on how if he had a son, he would look like Trayvon Martin. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, the church was shot up down there in South
Oh, in
Carolina.
Charleston. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that was
Um,
what, 9 people under his watch right there.
Dylan Roof thing. Yeah.
That's 9 people under his watch. Although it wasn't a race soldier, it was still, white supremacists under
Right.
his watch.
And Dylan Roof went to jail, but it wasn't because of Obama.
Definitely not. And hell, the race soldiers gave him Burger King.
Right.
They gave him a little reward for that. Good job.
Right. Right. Man. And so, and the thing about it is, a lot of that backlash that we were getting was because Obama was in office, and we supported him. We supported him heavy. What was it? 79 plus for black men. This was in 2012. We go back to 28. I bet you it was even higher. We go
Right.
back to 2008. I bet you it was even higher. But in 2012, he had 90 plus 93% for black women, plus 79 for black men.
Yeah.
You go back to 2008. I bet you both the numbers was in the 90s. We supported Obama heavy.
Heavy.
And a lot of
Heavy.
those workers was because of that. It was
Mhm.
because of that.
Well, black men were supporting Kamala heavy too a couple months ago when they had the black men backing um a Kamala fundraiser via Zoom a few months ago. So, why is he wagging his fingers at black men considering they raised $1 million?
Say that again.
I'm just saying, y'all remember what a month or 2 months ago, they had that big, Zoom call with black men raising $1 million for Kamala. You know what I'm saying? So what happened to that? Why is he wagging his finger now? I mean, you guys are doing big things over here.
Right. Right. Y'all had historic Zoom calls.
Right.
Y'all
Raising big money.
breaking records on Zoom and all that. Y'all had the most black men ever on Zoom.
Right.
What you talking about? Not enough enthusiasm. That's not enthusiastic enough for you? All your boule shills? That wasn't enough for you, huh? The grassroots, we hold a lot of weight, family. Contrary to popular narrative, we hold a lot of weight. We hold a lot of weight out here, man.
Don't let Plies and DL Hughley and what's that goat mouth man name? With the gap in his teeth. Uncle Luke. Don't let Auntie Luke fool y'all.
Right. Right. Man.
I want
So
to read
yeah,
a little bit of it. And this was on so it was in July, you guys. This happened in July. It says that there was 53,000 attendees on this Zoom call. 53,000 black men on a Zoom call that raised more than $1.3 million in 4 hours. 4 hours. So it says thousands of black men joined a virtual conference on Monday night to fundraise for Kamala Harris's presidential campaign, according to the event organizer. The massive turnout helped dispel toxic myths about black men's willingness to back a woman candidate. Oh, how things have changed. Oh, how things have changed. Let me read that part one more time. The massive turnout helped dispel toxic myths that black men's willingness to back a woman candidate.
they was popping their
Oh,
collar big.
they was what, Nate? What? I'm
They
just
was
saying.
they was popping their collar real big. They did their big one.
They did it big.
What happened?
Oh, what happened?
Honeymoon is over. The honeymoon is over. Reality is setting in.
The reality is setting in heavy.
You got 3 weeks to get your shit together.
That is crazy. just to read that part right there. That's crazy. It says the event was hosted by Win with Black Men, a collective of organizers modeled after Win with Black Women, the activist group that held its own massive Zoom call to fundraise for Harris on Sunday. Journalists Bowling Ball Roland Martin, activists Michael Blake, Khalil Thompson, and Quentin James, and political commentator Bakari Sellers hosted the men's conference. Sellers gave a passionate endorsement of Harris while explaining how she was one of the first people to call him when his baby daughter was very ill. Oh, but again,
President
it's the same old people.
President 48th United States. Um, where's your family from, sir?
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with anything that you're saying. I just get confused by some of the comments. I don't know. It's like if there's a language barrier or something. Um, where are you from? And where's your family from? I don't think I have a problem with anything that you're saying. It's just hard to understand in context what your point is. I don't, and it's I noticed it the last couple of broadcasts. That's the only reason why I'm asking. But where's your family from? President 48th United States. Just curious. Just curious. Did y'all hear about a couple weeks ago down here there was a chemical fire explosion type of thing
Yes. Yes.
at one of these.
Hmm.
It was out in Conyers, not too far from where I stay at. Actually, the next morning we had a lot of smog in the air in my area. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I took 7 to school, I didn't notice it. Like, it seemed like it was cool during that time. But a little bit later, when me and my son went to the gym, I thought there was an accident or something. Like, we was driving down the street, and it was just like a weird smell, and it got like mad foggy out. And I'm thinking maybe there was an accident or something. A car blew up or something. I'm like, what the hell is going on out here? And then when we got to the gym, everybody was talking about it. And so I'm like, oh, because I had seen, some of the reports about the explosion the day before. I'm like, damn, so it came all the way up this way. And so the schools were sending out, emergency alerts that, they were shutting off all the air in the school, keeping the windows
Yeah.
closed. They were sending, warnings out to everybody, keep your windows closed, stay inside as much as possible, turn off your air conditioner, stuff like that, because they don't know, how long this stuff is going to be lingering or what's in the air, what we breathing in or whatever. But it was weird. It was very weird. And after that, immediately I started seeing like a lot of these high profile um legal firms doing
Oh.
class action suits.
Mhm.
They sending out a lot of alerts saying, yo, if you live in this area, you may have a claim, da 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 da. And so I've just been seeing a lot of stuff about it ever since that happened. And so the other day there was a brother who is a senator, I believe, down here in Georgia, who had testified
Oh
um
yeah.
about what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me see.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. I know I put
So
that.
this brother, he's an environmental official, and he collapsed and died shortly after testifying about the biolab chemical fire near Atlanta. Let me play a little bit of this video for y'all.
Yes.
Can y'all hear it?
Not really hear it. I'm watching on my iPad. I can't really hear it, but I can hear him saying that he can barely catch his breath. He was
Yeah.
saying it as he was testifying.
Hold on. Yeah. Even as he was testifying, he was like, having a hard time catching his breath and all of that, and he was a little short of breath. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes that happens when you're nervous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that when I first saw the video, I thought that's all it was. And then when I was reading the caption, it was like, oh, as soon as he walked outside, he dropped dead.
Right. Well, who put something in his water?
That was very strange. You know what I'm saying? And the area where this biolab is located, a lot of Black people do live down there in Conyers. It's not like a hood area either. It's like a
A
middle.
suburb.
Yeah, it's like a middle class suburb, kind of like where I live at. You know what I'm saying? Like Black people doing all right for themselves around there. And yeah, that explosion was crazy.
That's
And so
crazy.
he was basically implying that there was some, I don't know, I want to say foul play or just protocols not being
Negligence.
followed. Like protocols were not being followed,
Hmm.
complaints about the risk and stuff like that prior to this happening, and nothing was done about it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't think he was saying that this was something that was intentional, leaked into the atmosphere like this. But he was basically saying it was preventable, and
Hmm.
people need to be held accountable for it. You know what I'm saying?
And he
And
dropped dead.
right after he got finished testifying, he just walked out and dropped dead, man. R.I.P. to that brother.
Mm. I wanted to talk about this police officer, Black police officer out in Houston, who was recently sentenced to 60 years in prison um, for the deaths of two people. His name, this happened on October 8th. Jurors in the murder trial of former Houston police officer Gerald Gaines sentenced him to 60 years in prison after convicting him of 2 counts of murder in the 2019 deaths of Dennis Tuttle and Rogina Nicholas. They also fined him $20,000. Gaines showed no reaction when he was convicted. When the conviction was read, the juries deliberated for about 10 hours in the sentencing phase as they determined Gaines' punishment, which could have been anywhere from 5 years to life. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's kind of at the bottom. But what the two people that were murdered were white people, by the way. He had he requested some type of warrant because he suspected, that they were selling drugs in there. They found a little bit of cocaine in the house, nothing else, maybe enough for them to use, but not to sell, as he was stating. He did not fire the shots at the couple, though. His firearm was never discharged, but he's the one being convicted of the murder.
Mm, mm,
And I was just like, well, damn, Breonna Taylor?
right.
Right? Like, you guys, it's crazy. This is on K www.khou.com if you guys want to read the story. But I thought it was very interesting because he never discharged his firearm, but they still made him liable for the
Do him right up.
shooting because he's the one who requested the warrant. And then they also went back to some other cases, I guess they were saying, of some other people that have been charged with drug crimes because of him, basically. So they even went back on other cases, that he's asked for warrants for. So they're calling him a road cop.
And this is a FBA guy or
I
checker or
don't know. That I don't know. His last name is Gaines, Gaines. His first name is Gerald. He's definitely an older fella. Looks like in the picture, and that the stress of all of this probably aged him a little bit.
threw him
I don't know.
threw him right up under the bus.
Threw him right under the bus. And by the way, 22 convictions that were linked under him have been overturned since this case.
Already. Wow.
Already.
Ain't
Already.
games. Boy, I tell you.
And the couple that died, obviously, due to this warrant is white, a white man and a white woman.
There you go. There you have it.
And there you have it.
There you have it. They know
So they know how to convict Negroes.
All right. All right. Black Voltron, I'm not sure about the HEPA air purifiers. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, man. I definitely need to make an appointment and go get my blood checked, because that's what was one of the recommendations that the brother had, was testifying that everybody go get their blood checked for toxins and stuff like that, because you know just breathing that stuff in. I didn't feel no type of way. There's some people were complaining about being lightheaded and stuff like that, or their skin was irritated and stuff like that. I didn't have anything like that going on with me, but still good to get it checked out.
Right.
Did y'all see uh that I don't even we haven't talked at all about the whole Diddy situation, or Jaguar, right, and all of that stuff. Y'all notice that? Y'all notice that? It's easy to get views by putting that stuff in the headlines. Y'all know that,
It
right?
is, right.
It's easy to get views just by putting Diddy in the headlines, or any of that salacious stuff in the headlines. We really don't be covering it like that here, unless there's like a certain angle that I feel like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, it's important to bring up. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Everybody talking about what's going on. So did you see that
Piers Morgan.
the Pierce Morgan, he had to take down the video with Jaguar, right? And Jay-Z and Beyonce's lawyer sent the cease and desist to him, or whatever the case may be. Now, I'm curious to know what's your thoughts on that, because I know you don't like those Negroes at all.
I don't. But my whole thing is, like, I understand sending it to Pierce, but why aren't y'all shutting her up? Because she's already going on another show, you know what I'm saying, to speak on what they did to Pierce. And what she also said was, with Pierce, she said what, and people were co-signing that live in the UK, saying Pierce really don't bring people in on his show to talk about things unless he has something concrete, and I don't know what she may have or may not have shared, with him. My thing is, y'all need to shut her up going after different people, because she has her own YouTube channel, which hasn't been taken down, and she's talking about the same stuff. So why aren't you guys silencing her specifically? That's my only question. Now, why can't you? Is it because she doesn't have anything to
That's what I.
phone ringing? You know what I'm saying? I just don't know why they're going after everyone but her.
I
I
mean,
think
that's what
she's
I think.
cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'll say that. I think she's batshit crazy. I truly, truly do. Um, for her to know as much as she allegedly knows, that means you partook. And I feel like you're trying to clear your own consciousness a little bit as well.
Right. Or she's just upset that the party's over.
The party's over for her.
To me, I don't know. To me, I don't think she's credible like that at all. I think, something may be true that when she first started talking about all of these things, she might have had some stuff that actually really happened to her or around her, or
Some
whatever the case
truth to
may
every
be.
lie.
But I think when she saw the attention that she got and the traction that she was able to get from that,
She
she
got
just started
famous.
whatever.
She wanted fame, and now she's famous, not for singing, and her vocals, but she's famous for bullshit.
Right. Right.
So it's attention.
It's like some Charleston White shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just saying whatever, just to
And
be.
she dated Common.
Yeah.
Common dated her.
Yeah, I know
I'm
that.
sorry. I've seen photos of her back in the days, and I'm just sitting here like, why? I have not seen Jaguar like look. I'm not taking away from her talent, but was she ever sexy?
Um, I don't remember. I don't
Like,
remember.
I even the what was that, the MTV Unplugged performance that she did with Jay-Z?
Mm-hmm.
She's not cute like that. Like, I don't see it. I didn't see body yada yada. It's not the face for, like, what was it?
But sometimes it could be the talent and the spirit of a person. It's not always
Right.
just she fine as a motherfucker. And she's not an ugly one or nothing. I don't think
I
she's
don't
ugly.
think she's ugly, but I don't feel like she's like, I don't feel like she'll lose like any type of sex appeal, is what I'm saying. Like, I don't feel sex appeal.
She almost gives me like Butch vibes nowadays.
Yes, what she says that she's bisexual, by the way.
Oh yeah.
So I get more Butch than feminine vibes from her for sure. And maybe that's where it's coming
Gotta
from for
do
me.
what you gotta do because
A white dude.
a white dude.
Her dude now is white. Yes.
Wait, hold on.
Mhm.
Okay, because I seen the clip when she called up the Stars show
Mm.
and Stars snapped on her.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious. But I thought it was a black dude that got on the phone. That was a white dude?
So I know that she has a white dude because when she's doing that podcast with the blue chair, that's like the main one that she's on all the time.
Yeah.
And they were talking about it on there. He was there. They didn't bring him on camera or whatever, but they like, she got her little Caucasian, man here. And she's like, yeah, that's my man. And her ex-husband, I think she's going through a divorce. I don't know if they're divorced yet, was black or is black. But right now she's currently dating a white man. He's supposedly now her manager and stuff like that too. But it's a white dude.
So he's managing these podcast appearances.
He
What you got?
gotta be, because she said that she was doing everything on her own at first. Since this is what she's saying recently, since he's come into her life, her man, she can now just focus on, being the content and not like all the back stuff. So, and he was responsible for the Pierce Morgan interview. But it's a white man.
Let
It's
me
for
just
sure a white man.
let me just say I don't really believe nothing that she says. I really don't even watch a lot of the videos because people be sending me her clips and stuff all the time, and
I only see the clips.
usually I don't even click on it. As soon as I see Jaguar right, I'll be like, I don't even click on it. I do that, what I'm saying, with a lot of people, not just her, but she's one of the people I don't even click on it and watch the video to hear nothing she got to say because it's all bogus to me. That's to me.
I think there's some truth to every lie, but she has been out the game for so long. How do you know this stuff now? Who's telling you? Because you're not there. You're not in the mix. You're not in the circles. You're not at the parties. You're not in any of this. So how do you know all this stuff now? When Beyonce got on, you've been gone out the game. So what are you talking about? So I'm with you where I don't believe anything that she says that's allegedly now. Maybe some of the stuff that she may have heard back in the days, but you were cool with it. I think you were. Why you didn't say anything then?
Yeah, and as far as the cease and desist, I think it's like you said, like she don't got nothing to go after. She don't have nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? But when you have a platform like a Pierce Morgan platform, whatever the case may be, I think at that point, if you in the Jay-Z and Beyonce position, you kind of have to respond. You know what I'm saying? Some type of
What
way.
about these other podcasts then? Or what about her own? Why have they not taken her YouTube channel down?
I don't even think that's worth it, to be honest. I don't think
But
that's like any other rumor. You know how much people you would have to go after, not just her. You know how much people out here talk shit about Jay-Z and Beyonce and all different type of celebrities all the time on YouTube. Like you
yeah,
thought
but
everybody.
they didn't need Pierce Morgan though for her to be a name. She's been out there. People know who Jaguar Wright is because of YouTube. They didn't need
I don't
him
think.
for exposure.
Yeah, but it was like I said, it was kind of like a Charleston White internet troll kind of thing. But to go
Mhm.
on Pierce Morgan, it was almost like giving her some credibility
True. Yeah, that's true.
optically. You know what I'm saying? To
Right.
people like us or whatever, but the optics of it for people who don't know who the hell Jaguar Wright is, because she definitely getting in front of a brand new audience going on
Mhm.
like that. People who never heard of Jaguar Wright is watching that and saying, "Oh my God!" And she starts off by giving her credentials. This is who I am. I was signed
Mhm.
over here. I was on this tour. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh,
Mhm.
like an insider who's blowing the whistle. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it made sense for them to do the cease and desist with the Pierce Morgan thing because Pierce Morgan got something to lose. You know what I'm saying?
It's out there now, though. You
Right.
took it down, but people screen recorded it. It's all over YouTube and other platforms at this point. It's being shared all over social media. So what did that do?
Right.
It's already out.
And look, I'm not on no celebrity hero worship or nothing like that. I ain't I'm not on it. Maybe these people do be doing weird shit. I don't know. I wasn't at none of the
Yeah,
parties. I don't
I
know
ain't
what
been to
these
one.
people got going on. But I'm just saying, if they do, I'm gonna need to see some receipts though. I ain't gonna just believe any old body just getting on the internet saying whatever, and I'm just gonna go ahead and run with that because I might feel some type of way about Jay-Z and Beyonce being Democratic shills. I might feel some type of way about him, you know, with the whole NFL thing or with the Nets. You know, there's a lot of things that I don't feel about, you know, what Jay-Z has done, but that don't mean I'm just gonna run with what anybody says just because I got an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't with all that. I ain't with all that. I need some receipts. Okay.
So Diddy is not getting a bail, and they're gonna make him sit in there for the trial in May of 2025. They're supposedly, and that's going to be for sex trafficking, but there's other charges that they're currently building right now. But he goes on trial in May 2025 for specifically sex trafficking.
So what? Did he go to another bail hearing recently or
He's
something?
requested bail 3 times, and it was denied all 3 times.
Mm. Mm.
He's been to court 3 times for that, and they're like, nope. We don't want your $50 million. He offered 58 million. You know what I'm saying? And they still saying no.
Right.
So,
Yeah, yeah, man. I can't imagine. And you know, I don't got the cape on. You know, I'm not on the I ain't on the dog pile for Diddy, and I don't got the cape on for Diddy. You know what I'm saying? But you know, just me being a person who, you know, experience, you know, going through the system and all of that, understanding how it feels to be 1 minute chilling, you know, enjoying your freedom, and the next minute to be in a cage, the anguish that comes along with that, and just me being an ordinary dude, you know what I'm saying? Diddy coming from where he come from, you know, the lifestyle that he's been able to enjoy pretty much his whole adult lifehood, his whole adulthood in life, to go into that, I could just imagine the anguish
mental fuck
that man is going through right now.
Yeah,
He is feeling it. He is
heavy.
he is feeling it, man. I don't give a damn what nobody say. That's tough. That's some
It's
tough shit.
crazy. It's crazy what's going on. His mom and his children, they just had another court date a few days ago, and that was, like I said, all of it is just being denied for him. I'm interested to see what evidence, which they also said all of this stuff is going to be sealed. He won that
And
in
I heard
court.
it's not going to be televised either.
It's not going to be televised either, so he's
Okay.
not going to get the OJ treatment.
So it's going to be,
Mhm.
yeah. And so one of the girls that they had pulled out got caught lying.
Right, but it's Gloria all right too. Like all the females that she link up with,
Right.
seem to be little liars a
Right.
lot of
As soon as you
times.
see Gloria Allred, to me, the victims, so-called victims, lose credibility.
Instantly.
In my book, like I don't believe none of y'all.
Right.
Just based on who pulled you out here with this bullshit and where you been at all these years. Like even with Cosby or whatever, all these different people, it's hard for me to believe that people were just afraid to come out against these people. Like, why? It's not that hard to accuse a black man of something in America. I don't care how much money they got, I don't
Right.
care how famous they are, they still black. And you white or non-black or whatever the case may be, and you talking about you was just afraid because they so powerful and all of that. I don't believe that.
I don't either. And looking at this one, I don't feel like she was Diddy's type. Like, like he did with black women, of course, mixed women, Asian kind of descent, but this one I was just like,
Exotics.
yeah, it's like I don't see, and I need to see a picture of her back in the day when she claimed it happened or something, because I didn't get the visual. You didn't look like the type, ma'am. I don't. Yeah, it wasn't given. It wasn't given at all. And like you said, once she sat up there with Gloria, all right, I was like, oh, she lying.
Yeah, man. But what had happened was, for those that don't know, there was some text messages that got leaked, and I think TMZ put it out there. The text messages between her and her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend, where she was trying to get him to corroborate her story, and she was going to break him off some of the bread or whatever the case may be.
Dummy.
And so yeah, that was crazy right there.
Should have did that before, dumbass. You should have had that lined up before.
Right. Yeah. And so, man, my thing is this: if Diddy did some shit, you know, that was illegal, that he wasn't supposed to be doing, you know, charge him with what he's supposed to be charged with. Let him do the time that he's supposed to do. But these charges that they got going on, with this trafficking and all of that. Because you're talking about trafficking, and I'm gotta be careful with the language, you know what I'm saying, on here. But when you're talking about somebody is doing those type of crimes, that means you have a criminal enterprise where you're making money off of these women doing what they're doing, and they're also, you know, being forced to do things against their will.
That's where
You
the
know?
RICO charges are coming from, though, is right? Because that means you have, or they're alleging that you have some type of criminal enterprise.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what the charges are. But when they
Mhm.
explain what he was actually doing, it doesn't match up with how you
The
define
charges.
charges. You know,
Unless the only thing that I can see how the only way I can see any of it sticking is if any of the women or men were minors during that time.
stick. Diddy ain't getting out of this. You know, the
Yeah.
fact that they denying him bail and all of this stuff, they're trying to bury Diddy because
Alive.
yeah, it's a fear of other people that they're trying to protect being exposed. That's what's
Mhm.
going on.
That's what it's giving for me. And now I don't know if you guys have heard, but the Tupac estate is now they're wanting Tupac's murder case open because there's some alleged stories out there that Diddy paid someone $1 million, to take him out.
Well, ain't
They were
that
supposed to,
Keefy D been saying that? That's
yeah. So,
Keefy D story.
yep.
He
So
been
they're opening it up.
and then
And
you
he
know
in jail too. So you don't think I'm trying to save me. I'm in prison. I'm in jail. They won't give me bail. I'm in my 60s now. I believe he allegedly has cancer. You know what I'm saying? So you don't think he's saying anything to throw Diddy under the bus? Because right now it's my life or yours. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say whatever I gotta say to get out. And that could be part of it too.
I'm saying if he is okay, where are those charges at? If that's the case, and you got
Right.
something to back that up, if that's what Keefy D is in there saying, and you got something to back up and corroborate what Keefy D is saying, okay, where are those charges at?
But remember the FBI said that more charges are gonna be coming down.
I'm
That's
I'm
what they said.
I'm
That's what
like
they said.
I'm like Whitney Houston. Show me the receipts.
Right. I need them receipts.
Show me the receipt. God damn it.
I
Because
think, and then you see they're making a documentary about Chris Brown. I was like, because of the Rihanna thing, are we crazy?
who's
Like,
making
at the end of the day, when Chris Brown and the Rihanna situation happened, they were like 18, 19 years old.
who's making
Chris
that
Brown at this point is 30, isn't he?
over 30?
Yeah, like, why are we still talking about this? And you notice there's a pattern with black entertainers because they're not saying anything about these white, um, sexual deviants out here at all,
Didn't Garth
past, present, or the future ones.
are accused? I think Garth Brooks just got accused of some shit.
Right, but do you see it heavy circulating in the news like P. Diddy? P. Diddy or at least arrested, or Chris Brown or whoever else they're talking about right now? It's
Well,
mainly the black people.
well, who's making a documentary about Chris Brown?
I don't know who's making the documentary, but it's supposed to be coming out on Netflix. Yes.
And they have never let that go with Chris
They
Brown.
have never let that go. And allegedly, though, that's because of Jay-Z too. Allegedly.
Show me the receipts.
That's again, that's what I said allegedly. I don't know. They said Jay was not gonna let that go. What happened with Rihanna? Although he was, like I
Rihanna
said,
let it go, though. Rihanna let it go. I mean,
she let it go. She's literally living her best life. She's on billionaire status with her business venture. She's a mother. Now I don't know if she and ASAP have gotten married, but they're in a happy relationship. Like she's forgiving him and life is great. I don't get it.
right. Yeah. Man, yeah, he said the Diamond Society is coming after Chris Brown, Kanye, Nick
Yeah.
Cannon, Floyd Mayweather.
Mhm.
Yeah, Kanye. Yeah, we already know Kanye got to be super careful out here, and I think he understands the assignment to a certain
Mhm.
degree. Just my observation on the way he's been moving. Since the release of the first Vultures album, because he dropped two
Mhm.
albums this year with Ty Dolla $ign. The first one came out in like March or April, somewhere like that, and he was doing his usual Kanye thing when he put that out. He was, trolling all on the internet and putting all type of weird stuff on his stories on Instagram and doing these podcasts, talking crazy and all of that. But when they put out the second one, he hasn't said nothing at all. He just kind of put it out. He ain't do no interviews. He ain't really been posting nothing crazy, tweeting nothing crazy. He just kind of put it out and just
Let people do what they do.
he been very low key. You know, there's been stories coming out about some alleged divorce, which I never knew it was confirmed that they was really married in the first place.
Right.
Was it even a real marriage? So
I
I don't
don't
know
even
what's
know.
going on with the relationship thing, but hopefully, if that is the case, they splitting up or whatever the case may be. Hopefully, he's protected from any type of accusations or anything that might come out of that. You know,
Well, what's funny, I saw that too, but like a couple of days ago, they were filmed, or the media was following them, block, paparazzi. They're in Japan together, holding hands. They were going up an escalator, snuggly, kissy, kissy face, and stuff like that. So, and I think TMZ posted that, and they were like, "Yeah, we don't know. Like, we heard these rumors about this, but now they're together, seen together again, and they're all." She's like holding his face, and stuff, going up an escalator. They're holding hands. So,
no,
believe
he probably put out the rumor that they was getting divorced.
right.
That was probably some
Just to see how people are gonna go with it.
Kanye. You know, he definitely him and Trump. They know how to work the media.
Absolutely. It
I'm
was
saying,
this video I was looking at this morning. It was on X, and it was this ex dancer of his, and she showed some photos of her on stage with him. But she's saying it's hard for her to believe the accusations about Kanye, because after performances that she's been on with him, they've gone back to the penthouse or whatever, had after parties, and her and some other dancers was kind of like on this I guess balcony patio area that he had, and it was some other male dancers or just other people, that his entourage or whatever coming over there. She said he's sitting in the living room area on his laptop. Everybody else is partying. He's doing whatever on his laptop. And so they're like, yeah, twerk, do this and that. She's like, no, I'm cool. I'm not with it. The other girls are just, feeling, I guess, the pressure to do it. And she's just like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to twerk. I don't want to do all that. I'm here chilling, but thank you. And so they were like pressuring her, and she said all of a sudden Kanye walked up and was like, she said no. She ain't got to twerk now. Like, back off. If she says she don't want to, she don't want to. What are y'all doing? Or whatever. And he was like, you all right? And she was like, yeah, I'm cool. He was like, well, just let me know if you need anything. She said, and he just walked back, sat down, on his laptop doing whatever he was doing. So she's
the
like,
damn beat.
yeah. So she's like, and this is a white girl. This is not a sister, So she was like, I'm not saying, she said, I'm not going to say that person experience didn't happen. She's just saying, I'm just going by my experience and how he intervened with me.
Mm-hmm,
So if someone has these capabilities, he could have did that with me, or he could have sat there and pretended like he didn't see it.
mm-hmm. And
So,
a predator is going to be a predator.
right,
You can't just turn it on and off.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man.
I don't either. I just know that there's the pattern has been, you know, attack black men and high profile black men who have money, who have a cult following, if you will, and stuff like that, to tarnish their names, and so that's the pattern that I see. And unfortunately, they use other black people like Jaguar Wright, to help, tear down people. I will say also this week, there was Nick Cannon spoke on something, and he was talking about how he was at a Diddy party at 16 and the stuff that he was seeing. And I'm like, Nick, shut the fuck up. Like, you ain't got to add to it. You know what I'm saying? Let them, if they got everything that they need, they don't need you, what I'm saying, to say anything.
That's how I feel about most of the niggas that's out here dogpiling. Like, okay,
Right.
y'all popping y'all collar like y'all took Diddy down. It's not a victory for you, and they
Right.
don't need your help. They don't need your help. They don't need your assistance. Now the Nick
At
Cannon thing,
all.
I didn't see that. I didn't see the Nick Cannon thing, but if somebody like a Nick Cannon or somebody who was there, is talking about their experiences of some weird shit that was going on, as long as they got some receipts, I don't got a problem with that.
I
You know,
agree, but my thing is, at this point, if you weren't talking about it before this, shut up. Just be quiet, because they don't need your help.
and Nick, you should know better.
Right. They
Nick,
just yanked your collar, nigga.
all right, you took the whole turban off, nigga. Just snatched the whole turban off.
You notice, and then you over here like, I'm feeling some kind of way. I am, because when he's doing his Instagram post with one of the baby mamas, um, she's clearly, not black or whatever, and I think she's pregnant again by him, and it just disturbs me, Nick. Nick, why? It
What?
just,
Because he got a white girl.
yeah, yep, yep. Mm-hmm. It does. It does.
I
And
don't know
let's be
about
clear, they yanked your chain once, over, the situation with Griff and stuff like that, being on his podcast and stuff like that. I'm waiting for something like this to come up because all these Becky's is gonna turn.
yeah, I
He
don't know.
made me do it. He forced me to have his baby.
Yeah, I don't know what Nick is on with all these
I don't
babies,
either.
but you know,
It ain't a good look. It's disturbing. I hate seeing it.
it don't bother me like that, to be
It
honest.
bothers me.
People, do what you do. As long as you ain't out here cooning and all of that, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
cooning. That's cooning.
No, Nick, I'm saying, yeah, Nick done some questionable things to go along with it. So I understand.
Mhm.
I'm just saying, I don't get upset about people, dating whoever they want to date or whatever the case may be. Like,
It's not that. It's the flaunting of it. They both look goofy as hell, and I think that with what we've seen in history, and especially in recent times, I see what it's gonna the outcome of all this is gonna be. He's skinning and grinning. It's like they're just building up something on you to take you down. All your success, when they're tired of you, you're gonna be going through the same thing as Kanye, Chris Brown, P Diddy, Jay-Z, and the rest of them. I see it. Why can't he?
yeah, man, I agree with that. I agree with that. Y'all definitely should know better. Y'all definitely should know better and be more goddamn careful.
Be more goddamn careful. You know what I'm saying? Like get you a sister and lay low. And I'm not talking about one of these, thought sisters that's, been all through, run through the entertainment industry, and then you decide to, wife her up. I ain't talking about them kind either, because Kanye had no business wifing up Kim, if we're gonna keep it real. No business at all. It was too many sisters out here. Yay. For you to get caught up in this bullshit.
He wanted that, boy. He wanted that bad.
Bad. And why? But I guess when you're addicted to the celebrity part of it, and the what she brought to the table as far as a lot of eyes, a lot of media and stuff like that. So I think they get addicted to the celebrity part of it, but
I
that
think
was bad business too, though, when you got her pregnant.
I think Kanye was on the shit that Dr. Francis Cress Wilson talked about too,
Mm.
where you have some black men who think in their mind they're kind of getting at the white supremacists by
Mm.
one of these white women, especially impregnating them and all of that. And Kanye, he said shit like that in his rhymes and all of that.
He
He's
did.
vocalized those thoughts in song and all of that. And so I think that's really what he thought he was on. I think he thought he was stiffing it to the white man by getting the most famous white woman out there and all of that. Dr. Francis Cress Wilson warned Negroes about that dumb shit a long time ago.
Speaking of Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, um, anybody out here who follow Tariq, and I know you do, he's going to be doing a documentary on Dr. Francis Cress Wilson. I'm super, super stoked about that. But what I also want the family to do, that DJ RP Beats, as well as Sincere, has their Dr. Francis Cress Wilson song. And I
So
think it will be amazing if it is featured in the documentary.
I
I
agree with
see
that.
it being, once the documentary is over, you know what I'm saying? And they're maybe showing some photos, flashing some photos of, or some, photos of lectures that she's done or something like that. But that's planned, as it's ending or opening the movie, with the song. So y'all, go on hit up Tariq. I'm gonna hit him up in person because I will be going to the Hidden History Museum on the 26th of this month. I already got my costume, so I'm gonna hit him up in person. So, yeah, we definitely need to get this song on that documentary. I'm definitely gonna holler at him. We're gonna listen to it together. That's my plan. We're gonna go in the office and we're gonna listen to the song together. And I am definitely gonna push it and not let him forget about it. So for sure. But I want the family, like, let's galvanize one another, to make sure that Tariq has that, in his mind that we need this song to be played in this movie, period.
Hey, listen, y'all signal boost that. You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
signal boost that right now. Let's get started now.
And look, I'm not just saying because it's my song, but it
It's a dope
really
ass song.
it really is very fitting. It makes sense.
Yes,
You
it
know,
makes sense. And it's beautiful.
he usually doesn't have like a soundtrack or anything like
Right.
that, no songs or anything like that for his documentaries or whatever. But it just fits. It's just a
It
perfect
does.
record. Like you said, I agree with you. Like when the credits are rolling or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
or like the intro to the joint, and maybe the trailer or something.
Right.
It just fits. It just fits. And honestly, I would do that on the muscle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just give us our credit in the credits. But
Okay.
I wouldn't even be care about like no residuals, no royalties or nothing like that from the record. Like that would be my contribution. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted to use it would be my contribution to the work. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't looking to get paid for that. Just, put our name in the credits, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
people know whose song it is. And that's it. That's it. I ain't looking
I
for no.
will be all up in his face on the 26th. I will be all up in Tariq's face on the 26th because I will be going to the event. And I'm definitely going to signal boost it. And I'm not going to let him forget once he's really in production, because right now we know he's, it's a thought and he's definitely doing it. But once he get into production, I'll remind him, once he starts saying, okay, y'all, we finish it and we're in editing. Oh, on it. I'm on it. I'm on his head. So definitely let's signal boost that. I thought about that and I was like, that song has to be in the movie. It just makes so much sense. And so yeah, I'll be letting him know on the 26th, and then we'll just all, together, we're all gonna hit his DM. If when he does his broadcast tonight, make sure you guys mention it tonight on his broadcast in the comments. Let's make sure that he knows we got the perfect song for the documentary.
Yeah. And some of y'all like Mama Love, who's not on Twitter and stuff like that, you send them an email,
Yeah.
info@tariqelite.com.
No, not .com, .la.
.la, info at
.la.
tariq.la, info
Mhm.
at tariqelite.la. Send him an
Right.
email, let him know he need to put that song in the new documentary film about Dr. Francis Cress Welsing and include a link to the song. The song is available on all platforms. You can send him a
Mhm.
YouTube link or Apple Music link, Spotify link, whatever. Include that in the email and just let him know you need to have that on there. That'd be great.
Absolutely.
I
But
appreciate
I'm gonna be in his face. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. It's gonna be different. I'm gonna be all up in his business. I'm knocking on the office door. Security's gonna be right there. And he go, hey, nicey, I'm like, can I talk to you, please? I got something to share. Yeah. So I plan on doing all that. I'm not playing. Y'all don't know when the Hidden History had his grand opening. He had a DJ there and everybody's just walking around mingling. This is before he played the movie and stuff like that. Like I was hounding the DJ. Walked up to the DJ. I was like, "Can you play this for me?" I
it.
got his number. I'm sitting way over here. He's way on the other side of the room, and I'm texting him, "Can you play da da da?" I was like, "Y'all, I'm going back over here. Like, can you play blah blah blah?" I got it played twice. I don't give up. I do not give up. So yeah,
I
I'm
forgot
gonna.
about that. They play
Yes, honestly, I think that flowers. I think two songs in the documentary would be great. It can definitely be the Dr. Francis Cress Wilson song and flowers. There's
yeah,
two songs that Tariq could actually play throughout the documentary.
yeah, let's not push it.
Listen,
Oh, by the way,
listen, we're gonna be
the
optimistic.
name of the song is Dr. Francis
Dr.
Cress
Francis Cress
Welsing.
Wilson. I
That's the
know.
name of the song. So y'all can look that up. Send them the link, man. I appreciate y'all in advance. All
But
right.
yeah, I'm a holler at our brother. I think he's probably already I sent him the master's table, so I know he's heard that, but I don't know about, the Dr. Francis Cress Wilson song. I think when he hears it, if he hasn't already, it's just he's gonna love it. And I think it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. I'm
Also,
manifesting it.
I know he's probably most likely gonna have Dr. Ma'at in the film,
I think
and
he did mention her
she loves
actually.
that
Yeah.
song. She loves that song. She always big
Yes.
that song, and so let's let her know as well. Let's
Let's
let
let her know too.
pass the word as well.
Yeah, I think he did mention her.
Yeah.
She's gonna be in it. Um, Dr. Randy Short, know is gonna be in it. I forgot who else he named, but I know for sure he did name Dr. Mott for sure. She's gonna be in that.
Okay. And there you go. You got all these plugs too, nicely. So
you know, that's when
make that happen.
we're gonna try.
But we about to get up out of here, y'all. Appreciate everybody tapping in with us as always. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like button, share this out on your social media platform. Watching us on the replay, leave us some comments in the comment section. If you guys want to support this broadcast, you could do it via the super chat, or you could send us a Zelle because we don't have Cash App. You can send us a Zelle, godcastenterprises@gmail.com. That is the Zelle address. If you want to support this broadcast, we definitely appreciate you. And once again, shout out to our brother Black Voltron Reloaded. Gave us a very generous super chat earlier.
Yeah.
Broadcast. Definitely appreciate that. We'll see y'all on Wednesday for another episode of the Black Business Showcase. That's going to be a good one. Once again, for those of y'all that wasn't here earlier, we have the producer, writer, director, narrator for the film Surviving Lake Lanier, which is on Netflix now. I don't know what the name of the other film is, but he has one is a documentary and one is a feature film, narrative film about Lake Lanier. He did both of those. And he's also a business coach and amongst other things. So he's going to be here with us on Wednesday, chopping it up. So y'all make sure y'all tune in for that. But that does it for today's episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. Always remember, family, we are not the master teachers, but we are the master students and signal boosters for the voices of the new Black media. We out of here. Peace and Black love.
Yeah, like that. Let's see what's in the God's mind. Listen. Yeah, like that. Let's see what's in the God's mind. Listen.